Good morning, everybody. So we just departed Blue Water Marine Services. That's his truck right there, Cory.
To stay on State Highway 59.
Did an amazing job getting us all the stuff that we need, all the supplies. And here we are. There's Tom. We're gonna tie a rope around his neck and use him as a fender too. And here's our driver, Chris. Retired Navy cap. How do you Master Chief. Serious stuff. Aircraft carrier, the whole 9 yards. Served our country well. And I can't tell you, I don't think I've had a more professional Uber driver in my life. So we're very fortunate in that. So we just did our about hour trip from the hotel to Blue Water Ship Store right over there. And now we're on our way to Barber Marina, which is about another 25-30 minutes or so. The trunk is filled to capacity. This Hyundai Elantra is earning its keep. Every square inch is full of supplies, and very excited to see the boat for the first time. I know that the team at Barber Marina, the Yamaha Service techs, Mike and Steve, probably got her in tip-top shape. She needed some lower unit work, just putting in some seals and replacing the gear case oil. But from what I hear, everything's ready to rock and roll. The owner, Chris, kindly spent time cleaning the boat for us. Said the batteries are at full charge and ready to go. And really looking forward to it. So it's going to be an interesting start to an incredible adventure. We'll keep you posted. Here she is, coming in hot. First time ever. Wow, look at that. Ride's really nice. You can see already. Look at that tower. Oh, baby. Tom, what do you think, man, with the tower?
Pretty cool.
It's so awesome. Holy shit, Tom. Have you ever seen anything like that?
That is rare, man.
Bro, there's only one of these. There's nothing else like this.
No.
Have you ever seen anything like this? This is hilarious. I love it. It's such a good looking boat too, you know? It's got the swim pad, the sun pad on the front, you know? Look at that massive, you see that light bar on the top?
Yeah.
It'll blow your eyeballs out. Well, this is the day. Today's the day. In the flesh. Well, here we are. It's March 3rd, Wednesday, 2021. We are at the Barber Marina. This place is absolutely crazy. This is like the Super Bowl of marinas. Unbelievable facility. And we're here to pick up the new boat for the Calabrese family. Pursuit 365i 2015. What a beauty. Wow. Yeah. Here we are, the big bed. You want to see a shed? I'll show you a shed. Here's a shed. It's Cat 4 shed. How you doing? We got more forklifts here that you can shake a stick at. Tommy, say hi. Here she is coming in. Yeah. Well, it's not the best day, but it's light winds, overcast. It was about 48 degrees this morning, but I think it's starting to warm up. And we're gonna be on our way for a nice little sea trial here. It is alive. Look at that. Hey guys, how you doing in your little home over here? Dude, look at the woofers you got back here.
I'm shocked they didn't keep doing this.
I am too.
This is a brilliant idea.
I'm really shocked.
Chris, is this a charter dance boat or something? With this
Dude, let me tell you something. You're not going to have when your stereo
What
comes on-
size are these subwoofers?
But look, when you, yeah, this is a lot of stereo. I mean, so, you know, when you turn yours on and it's rocking, everybody's turning theirs off.
Yeah, okay, good. I like that. Thanks again, man.
I like the door access. There's that quote-unquote engine room.
Yeah,
You know?
it's fucking great. The whole layout is so... I mean, I looked at a lot of different kinds of boats, and this one just had all the right bells and whistles.
It's got, yeah, I mean, it's just a all-around cool boat.
Yeah.
We spent the night out at the islands so many times.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't get the crossover. I got the standard one, and it
Wow.
What's the power?
well, I got quad 400 racing engines on there.
Of course you do, Chris. Of course you do. Quad 400. Chris, say hi really quick.
Hey man, how's it going?
This is Chris Raines, the owner of the boat. It's been a long time coming, Chris. But we're finally here. Take a quick step down. It's very nice indoor space. Cabin is
With the lights
it's actually
on.
really roomy, man, down here. It's really nice. The beam on it really comes forward. What's that burning? Is there like that burning like scrub brush from the hurricane, you think? You smell that? It's like a little when we came
I don't
down.
want to smell good.
Yeah, you're more about eyes, less about nose. Yeah, see, this is like just a nice size, usable head, you know?
It's got a nice place you can store all
Yeah, I like. My wife's gonna like
What
that
you'll
too.
do is you'll, on the left-hand side, just
Yeah.
pull the bar.
Okay.
Pull it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And what it'll do is it'll fold over here, and it'll click into here, so your shower
Yeah.
can be separate from your toilet.
Yeah, it's great. Very nice. That's gonna come in handy.
So right here, this is a convection advanium. You can put 2 big salmon steaks in there and put it on like advanium like for 4 minutes.
Right.
And it's the best thing you'll ever eat.
Really? That's
In
awesome.
4 minutes.
4 minutes? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, this is a nice size fridge too.
Original delivery books.
Yeah, it's right up here.
Great. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, I thought this boat was
Can I just
brilliant.
take a look?
It was absolutely brilliant.
This is I kind of watch your head just a little bit, but
yeah.
there's a pad here.
Yeah, no, that's
in
good.
case you freaking hit your head.
No, this is so
That's all
great.
the generator stuff.
Yeah. This is somebody's glasses here. Are these yours?
That's mine. Yeah, those are mine. Yeah. Bed, stereo speakers back there.
Wow,
You
that's
got
great.
lights.
Yep. No, it looks really great.
Generators running good.
Yeah.
And about a couple months ago, and all this stuff. The valve pressure battery, you might want to.
This is such a sweet looking boat, man. Are you kidding me? So Chris, just can you count on your 2 hands how many speakers you put into this thing? I don't know if you can.
Let's see, there's 8 mids.
8 bids, okay?
8 mids, 1, 2, 4 10s, and 2 12s.
That should be enough saturation.
Yeah.
dB saturation. So this is what I love too. No electronic motor.
Yeah, you just plow other way, back here. And now pull it. Every now and then I'll get on a pursuit. We got everything set up and I can't get electric on board. And I go around underneath. There's a button. I'll look at the boat. Yeah.
They were doing with Yamaha.
Yeah.
Some people might say this boat's underpowered, but I mean, I don't need to go 60 miles an hour either, you know?
And if you want to go faster, drop two 425s at it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. We'll do an extender on the clamshell on the engine cover. Nice vantage point.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up here in the Bahamas.
Oh, forget about it, man. Back 875 miles. There's no messing around, but it's a great way to get to know the boat, you know? So, here we are, Barber Marina, Elberta, Alabama, and about to embark on our 875-mile journey back to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the home base of Casa Calabrese. And I just bought a boat. Chris Raines, the previous owner, I just want to say shout out, thank you very much. It's been a long time coming. I thought it all finally came together really great, and you've been great through the whole process. You've been true to your word on everything about the boat. It's in beautiful shape. We're really excited to embark on this trip. Couldn't ask for a more comfortable ride. And it's going to be a great shakedown run to, you know, really get to understand all the systems of the boat and how she rides. So thank you to the people at Barber's. It's an amazing marina. I know it'll come back stronger than ever since Sally. It's really just an amazing facility, you know, ridiculous. This is a whole nother marina over here with the travel lifts for the big sports. But yep, we're just doing a systems check and putting all the provisions away, and we'll be underway pretty soon. So, Tom, what time you got there? So we're looking like this will be a probably a 5-hour run to 11:04. We're an hour ahead of schedule. And what's funny is that when we cross into Panama City, we lose an hour because we're in a central time zone here in Elberta, believe it or not. It's kind of a little weird hockey stick that encapsulates this area as a central time zone. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. And we're losing an hour, so which is good. That this is our shortest leg, so we won't be arriving with an hour late on the schedule. And Panama City it is to Lighthouse Marina or Pirates Cove. We'll see who will take us. But we'll be continuing to give you updates throughout the trip, and just looking forward to a really nice, safe, leisurely cruise with an uneventful experience. All right, signing off for now. We'll give you a holler later. So here's the command center. This is where it all happens. Got some nice Garmin's here. Got the Yamaha management system, Seakeeper. Got our autopilot, bow thruster, trim tabs, all of our switches. Got a helm AC, very nice. One of the 24 speakers on the boat. Refrigerator here in the cockpit. And a nice El Settee and mount for the little table that goes right there. Seakeeper's down in here. Got a nice grill. Just a really nice layout. Got a huge windshield, no frame, just one piece. Got some isinglass on the sides here, and that's it. So we're gonna finish up stocking everything away, and we'll be on our way. So we're at the helm, cruising along at a nice 37 miles an hour, cruising up the river. We're gonna get some gas, top her off, and then we'll really be on our way. But Tom's over there about to fall asleep. It's so quiet, and we're just cruising and having a nice time. It's warm enough in here. It's definitely nice and warm in here. I'll take it. We're just doing a nice cruise up the river to get some gas. See you shortly. So first docking at the fuel dock here. Here we are at the Wharf Marina in Elberta, up the river a little bit. Did a quick hop over here. Very nice facility. Just talking to dockman here. Said that they pretty much avoided the worst of Sally, and he said that the surge got to the top. The docks got to the top of these pilings. Right there. He said they had a foot left before they would have come off the chains. So anyway, first docking, not the most glamorous or beautiful docking, but got it docked. Got a nice breeze going now, about probably 12 knots, and took a little getting used to without being able to see the motors, but she got in there all right. And we're gonna fill her up, top her up, both gas and diesel, and then we'll be on our way. So first stop, docking complete. So here we are almost due south of Destin, Florida. We are cruising along the coast. We have our autopilot on, heading of 101, 5,300 RPM and 46 gallons per hour. Doing a nice speed of 29-30 miles an hour. And we're expected to be in port around 5:20 p.m. Life is good. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Really amazing. Couldn't be easier with the autopilot.
Actually, I can
Look,
drive.
Ma, no hands.
I can drive.
Tom's driving the boat. Tom, how is it driving the boat right now?
Very nice.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really carves into those turns, doesn't it?
Don't take my concentration off. Distract me.
You got that magnetic, I don't know what you have in your brain, but I think pigeons have it, homing pigeons. You don't need a compass. I am a compass! Tracking pretty straight, gotta love it. Alright, report back later. Pretty awesome on this helm, I gotta tell tell you. Just cruising along. No hands. Got a nice true reading. 101 on the gauge. 101 on the compass. Cruising along the coast. We got 29, 30 miles an hour. Got a little over a half a tank. We're going to be in around 521. So we're looking pretty good. Can't complain. No hands on the wheel. Cruising along nicely. 5,300 RPM, 44 gallons per hour. Doing about 0.7, 0.8 gallons per mile. Feels pretty good. Like my trusty assistant, Tom. The actual captain. We're just cruising along with a nice straight wake, which is a lot different than what we were doing earlier. I was like, why don't we just try the autopilot? What do you do here? Beep, bop, boop, done.
Press the button.
Press the button that says engage number 2. So, feeling pretty good. Give it another update in a little bit. We're about due south of Destin, Florida right now. And we probably covered about 60 miles, 65 miles, something like that. Alright? Talk to you later. Something you don't see every day. We got the U.S. Navy range control over here. Just gave us a little heads up. They asked for us to give way to this vessel here. This guy, one on the front. It's a drone ship. It's driving itself into port. And that's a chase boat. And this is the guy that was just watching out for the territory. So, didn't do anything wrong. Thanks, Tom. Freaked me out there for a second. But we're all obeying all local navigational aid traffic rules. But got some crazy piece of technology coming into port here. So now we know how to get into port. It's a beautiful thing. So as the sun sets on our first day of travel on the new Pursuit 365i, yet to be named, we had a beautiful run. It was about 120 odd miles, maybe 130 actually, all said and done. And we averaged about 30 miles an hour. And so maybe a little less average. But we had some, the tail end when we were coming in, we were up to about 40 miles an hour. So it was a nice cruise. We used about a half a tank, and conveniently we spoke to Jim of Lighthouse Marina, and basically let us dock at the gas dock conveniently, and with shore power right here. So we got everything we need. We also have a pirate ship, just in case we choose to change courses, no pun intended, and pick up a life of pirating. I told Jim of Lighthouse Marina that I'd gladly exchange him my boat for his boat. Anyway, we're probably gonna just clean her up a little bit. We'll gas her up in the morning, and we're gonna have some dinner, sleep overnight, and get a good rest, because we're gonna be getting out of here early tomorrow morning for our next run to Carrabelle, which is just past Apalachicola, and that's gonna be about 170 miles. That's our second longest leg. So it's a beautiful night. Sun has set. That's my cue to say farewell, and be touching base with you first thing tomorrow morning for a little update on the way out. All right, talk to you later. Beautiful down here. Grand Marlin. Lighthouse Marina and Restaurant, which is exactly what we need right about now. Beautiful. Okay, so here we are in the salon. Salon de Pursuit. Tom is having a ginormous chicken parm with a little crumpled blue cheese and walnuts
Salads.
with diced apples. We're roughing it over here, folks. I got my pork chop from last night. It's a nice salad. Got my peppercorns. Got my water. Tom's got his half and half iced tea, and by that I mean water and iced tea. And it's a beautiful thing. You can see off into the distance Tom's master suite. We're eating on my bed technically, but Tom is going to be back there.
The VIP suite.
In the VIP master full berth, full beam berth, midship berth. Let me get it right. And look at our attractive lighting ensemble we have here. Tom and I are going to discuss Z Cavaricci and what it meant for men's fashion in the 1980s. And what that brand trades for at in a current factoring calculation system. It's just going to be an entertaining evening. So, we don't have the TV tonight because the airplay has been jacked, but I wouldn't leave it either if I were him. So that's no big problem. But the stereo is absolutely amazing. We'll be listening to some soothing music relatively soon. But just taking a little documentary tail end of day one. It's been a wonderful day. Tom, thank you very much. I had a few navigational errors. Let's just leave it at that for now. But I think a little nerves and a little bit of learning how to handle the boat properly. It's not a center console. Let's put it through that way, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different situation. But I think I'm getting the hang of it, and I think this docking was certainly a much better docking than the last docking. So it's a steep curve, but I'm climbing it, and we'll get there. So
Baptism by fire.
Baptism by fire and/or salt water. So we will see you first thing in the morning. We'll be gassing up on our gas dock. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to go anywhere for power either. We got it all right here. Thank you, Jim. And we will speak to you come sunrise. Until then, adios. Well, good morning, everybody. It's the morning of day 2. We are in beautiful Panama City Beach at the world-famous Lighthouse Marina and Restaurant. We were just greeted by Jeff and Kathy, I believe, that the dockmaster will be down shortly to turn on the pumps and we'll fill her up. Couldn't have been more kind to let us stay overnight on the fuel dock and shore power right here, which is kind of a rare thing. So we benefited from that. We had a great sleep. We had a great dinner. Really can't complain at all about the boat accommodations. Super comfortable. Tommy was in the VIP master suite, midship, full berth, and he was happy as a clam in there. And so we got ourselves kind of cleaned up, and we're just waiting for gas, and we're going to take off. But it is an absolutely beautiful day. It's going to be 70 degrees. It's 55 right now. There's a slight wind coming out of the east, about 5 knots or so. Flags are just fluttering in the breeze. And we got a great day ahead of us. We got about 170 miles to Carrabelle, Florida. If we can't make that, we're going to cut early to Apalachicola. And got to make those calls to ensure we have overnight berths, but should be okay. And everybody's been incredibly accommodating here. and very kind. So it's a nice part of the world, I gotta tell you. It's kind of a place not many people think about, but I gotta tell you, I think these people are happy that they have this little secret here. I think Fort Lauderdale might have been like this maybe 20, 30 years ago, but not anymore. I mean, if you're a boater, I think this is kind of where you want to live. You got some massive, massive sheds. Take a look over there. There's Pirates Cove. That was the other one. That's part of Lighthouse, I think. I mean, these guys don't mess around with these sheds. Look at the size of those things. Those are like 747 sheds. 747 airplane hangars. It's just a nice little harbor. It's called Upper Lagoon. It's where we are exactly on the chart. And there's Tom. Tom, say hi.
Hi.
Tom's getting his daily dose of anger from Facebook and Biden videos, which is fine. I'm trying to help him moderate that. We're working on it. It's a 12-step process. I'm going to bleed him off of it over this trip.
It'll take a lot more than 12 steps.
So that's the deal. You know, the seagulls are flying. The sun is shining. The ripples on the water are rippling. And we're about to, I got my breakfast over here. A little gluten-free oatmeal in its own little packet, and my coffee. I mean, like, what more in life do you want right now? It's a beautiful thing. So, we'll report back in once we're underway. Talk to you then. Well, it's another day at the office. We are, that's our first mark, coming around the turn, Port St. Joe in St. Vincent Island. So, it's another beautiful day today. Thankfully, it looks like the weather window is going to hold out till tomorrow. So our goal today is to reach Carrabelle, which is 175 miles from Panama City Beach. And we are currently doing around 32, 33 miles an hour at a 45 gallon an hour burn, 5,400 RPMs. Boat's cruising nicely. Sea state is 1 to 2 at the most. Going to be about 70 degrees today. We don't have a cloud in the sky. Really perfect conditions. So we got about 30 miles to our first turn, and then another 60 odd miles or so after that. So looking pretty good. Looking good, feeling good. Tom's already doing his TikTok videos, informing the next generation about boat delivery as a career and overall customer service, which he excels at, I might add. So, yeah, I mean, we're just cruising along. I'm working from my phone, doing conference calls, video chats. Got a strong signal from land. Just ticking off the hours, so that's really all there is to it today. I'll report back when we make the turn. See you. Also, I wanted to do a shout out to Jackson Lahutta. Wish you a happy 10th birthday.
Yeah.
Got you some cool gifts coming. Can't wait for you to enjoy them. And I want you to know that we love you from Casa Calabrese. And we miss you, and we hope to see you very, very soon. You know, you can come to Uncle John with anything space related, anything science related, anything about the world related. You have my ultimate support, and I'll teach you everything I possibly know that I've learned over the years and poured into that sponge of a brain that you have. And all I can do is add on to the great job that your mommy and daddy have done in raising such a fine young boy. So with that, your first birthday wish from the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, buddy, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Hey folks, so just a little quick update. We just crossed into the Eastern Standard Time zone. So we are now, it's 12 o'clock as opposed to 11 o'clock. And we are 12:26 to our first turn, which is just off of Conch Island. And just cruising along nicely. It's beautiful weather. A little bit of a swell, but it's a following sea, so that works. We're doing 33 miles an hour, 5,500 RPMs, 48 gallon per hour, doing 0.7 miles per gallon, and pretty good. I see Forrest Gump in a shrimp boat out in the distance. Two big cranes, one on each side, and it's probably hauling in tonight's dinner. So just a quick update, and all's going well. Report back later. Got a whole flock of bald eagles here hovering over one of the fishing boats. Pretty awesome. Coming in to say hi. Wish us well. I don't think these are all eagles, but they're awfully big.
Okay, so theoretically, you could leave everything on.
Yeah.
And switch the panel from shore power to generator.
Right.
And start the generator. But then you're going to start popping breakers and blowing stuff.
Right.
It's just, the smart thing to do and the habit to get into is to treat them like two entirely separate sources of power, which they are.
Right.
Okay, they run the same thing.
You're saying instead of like keeping both, like keeping all the systems on and just blowing over to the other.
Right, because inevitably you're going to start popping
Right.
breakers and stuff. And you damage equipment that way by suddenly charging it.
So step one, turn everything the fuck off.
Step one, right, and virtually everything.
Right.
I mean,
high draw equipment. Air conditioner.
Anything that's high draw, exactly right. You don't have to turn off the bow thruster. You don't have to,
Right.
So you turn off the high draw stuff, like you said, the air conditioning, the
water
heat,
pump, fresh water
pump, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, it's probably easier to just get into the habit of turning almost everything off.
Right. Easy enough.
Then you switch over here.
Yep. It's a very convenient panel.
Okay, so even here, I go through and turn off.
Okay.
Again, you got microwave.
Cabin outlets.
May as well just turn them.
Yeah.
Right, there's nothing, not that they're high draw, but it's just a better habit to be into.
Yeah.
Water heater off. Whoops. It was off. Off. Cooling pump can go off, especially with the pumps, because you don't want to start blowing those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't run them simultaneously, obviously. So you turn off the shore power.
Yep.
You turn on the generator. Theoretically, should you unplug? I don't know. I don't think it matters. But while we're here, let's get the generator started.
Okay.
So I can't see any
Turn
of
it
this.
on. That's on off right there. And all the way to the right is start stop.
Right. So this will tell you everything. It'll tell you your fuel level. It'll tell you if there are any faults or anything. Okay. So your fuel level, and then this hold.
It's camera shy. There it goes. Beautiful.
Okay.
Very good.
Just to be safe now, rather than me starting to power up stuff on the boat, because I don't want to affect anything on the boat, I would unplug, bring the shore power back on, and then start to turn on our systems. I like to get the generator started, let it warm up a little bit, do what it has to do, okay?
It's getting into idle. And then there she goes, so right back to 242, 240.
Right.
Very good.
Okay, so that's it. Now you went from 240 volts of shore power to 240. And as I said, the generator is essentially your shore power afloat. It'll run everything on this boat. Okay.
Very good.
As far as leaving it on, you know, you asked yesterday, as far as leaving it on while you're running all day,
right.
As I said, just as a reminder, because I don't want to have to start it underway if something is amiss, you know? Not that you can't.
So probably a good idea just to...
Yeah. And you know what? Very often you'll see boats for sale with way more hours on the generator than the engines.
Right.
Which just means they're hanging out on the hook a lot, you know?
Yeah, understood.
But
maybe not for like putting on the intercoastal.
No, you're gonna know when you need it.
A long trip.
Exactly right. You run into Bimini, you're gonna want it. You want that safety feature because if something stops working and you're in a seaway, you don't want to have to come down.
But also, if we were to use the Seakeeper, the generator's got to be on. If we're going to use the air conditioner, the Seakeeper, the generator's got to be on. So
exactly right.
Yeah, got it.
So you're gonna know based on your trips and what you're doing.
Good. All right, cool. Got a pod of dolphins over here wishing us farewell. I don't know if you can see them, but they're out there. There he is. Yep, see?
Yep.
Saying goodbye to Carrabelle, Florida. We had a wonderful stay at Sea Quarters. The whole crew there was extremely helpful. We had Norm behind the counter giving us a little help on navigation. We had Kim as well. Was it Dustin or Justin? Justin that helped us. Just in time, helped us with the batteries and the gas. And now we're on our way again. And look at that. This seems like a scrap boat of some sort. They've been chopping up old boats from the hurricanes. It's kind of sad, but they're cleaning it up. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be about 70 degrees. It's about 55 right now. We got calm seas, and we're heading to Crystal River. And we may try to tuck it down to Hernando Beach. So we'll see how it goes. But all right, well, we're cruising along here. Covered about 60 odd miles, and we are shortening our route to Swanee River instead of Crystal River, and that shaves about 25 miles or so, 30 miles off the route. And the reason we did that is because the sea state's a little bit rougher than we were anticipating, because the wind is a little bit higher than we anticipated, and therefore we got a little bit of a, I would say, 3s, occasional 4s, foot seas with a surface chop. But it's a beautiful day. We're just plowing through. Boat is doing 31 miles an hour, 5,800 RPMs. We got a 113 heading, 117, and we're just plowing along. Intend to get in Swanee River by noon, have lunch, gas up, see if we can keep going further south. There's a system coming in overnight that's going to make tomorrow a little bit difficult, so the further we get south, the better. And if we get further south, that means we get access to intercoastal, which means we have a sheltered cruise down further south to Fort Meyers. So that's the deal. Top's doing good. Boat's handling great. To do this kind of speed, 32, 33 miles an hour in these seas is, I mean, it's a little rough, but she's handling it no problem. And really good shakedown for the boat. So that's it for now. Signing off. We'll give you a holler when we get to Swanee. Way down upon the Swanee River, so far away. That's where Tom and Johnny play. So a little quick update here. We're about 16 miles out of Swanee River, and we're cruising along very nicely now. The sea has really calmed down. It's pretty much like yesterday. I'd say it's probably 2 feet, and an occasional 3. Really laid down nicely. It was probably 3 to 4 river. And, you know, it's all good. So let me give you a nice little view. My trusty companion, Tom. Tom, how am I doing so far? Pretty damn good. That's what I pay him to say when I drive the entire time. But I'll tell you what, it's really been a pleasure. Really not a big deal, right? So we got really lucky with the weather, and what we're going to try to do is get a little lobster pot or something up here. We're good. What we're going to try to do is gas up, have lunch, and try to continue further south and see how far south we can go, because tomorrow the weather's going to turn, and we're probably not going to be as lucky tomorrow as we are today. So we're really going to try to hump it, get some fuel, chill out, and then get back at it. Hopefully we can get to Tarpon Springs by today. Yeah, got a little guy out here right now. So time to keep aware. It's time for me to say goodbye, and I'll check in with you when we get to Swanee River. So it's about 1:30. We are at the entrance of the Swanee River, which has a very clearly marked channel with no indication that is a shallow water hazard. Yet, here we sit at the entrance of the Swanee River. And you don't see us moving, do you? No, that's because we're just hunked up on the mud here. And we were coming in from those channel markers there. It was literally no water at all coming in, and then we just touched bottom. And that's the other marker right there. You see that over there? So no fault of our own, just talking to Cito, and they're like, yeah, there's no water there. I'm like, well, it's a channel marker here. They're like, yeah. So that was interesting. But anyway, no problem. We got Cito, they're on the way. They said this is a very regular thing. Thankfully, I converted Cito over to the new boat from the old boat. And we're actually just rocking on it. So, like, we're kind of floating. Tide's coming up, which is a great thing. And engines are up. The tide's coming up. And we got all systems shut down. And we're just waiting for the Cito. So we're going to have some lunch. Make the most of it. It's a beautiful day. We were hoping to gas up and then get back out and get a little bit further south. Those plans may have changed, but we'll see what happens. And Tom assures me this is not captain error. Bless you, Tom. He's sneezing because he's got those little, gets a little itchy in the nose when I start talking about, you know, captain skills and things of that nature. He's been very supportive, let's put it that way. So, anyway, yeah, we got about a half an hour till Cito gets here. He's going to pull us off. We're probably going to go up into the river and go to Gateway Marina, get some fuel, and then figure it out from there. There's another pass that's a little bit less marked, but supposedly is deeper, called West Pass. So we'll probably do that. But ain't that the thing? The least marked channel is the deeper channel. The least marked channel is the safer channel. The one with the most marks that you could literally, you know, lasso one and swing to the other, that's the one that doesn't have any water. So, you know, we're learning by doing. And we're staying in the channel because, or what is assumed to be a channel, because we got the anchor down, which is nice. Windlass works. Tom was kind enough to replace the battery on the bow thruster, so that's fixed. And, you know, we're feeling good. It's all good. Just being careful, and we were going nice and slow, and it just didn't work for us. But I can feel us swinging around already, which means we're off the bottom, which is a good thing. And then it's just going to be a matter of getting up the river and using a different exit. And if this doesn't take too long, we hopefully get another like 40 miles or so further south, and the more we can cannibalize out of tomorrow's trip, that's the longest leg. This was actually the shortest port distance from Carrabelle. So we got some distance to make up. But anyway, we're floating now. All's right in the world. And to be continued. See you later. Oh, the joys of boat ownership. Well, that was interesting. So, sayonara, Swanee River. Wish I never met you. Who knew that a channel wasn't a channel? Those markers are just for show. Maybe that's just for like federal grant money or something. I don't know, but definitely wasn't a channel. It was a channel, but it wasn't a channel. There were areas outside the channel that were deeper than the actual channel. But we gave Sito a holler. Captain John came out to meet us. It took him about an hour and a half. We had some lunch. We were floating at anchor by the time 15 minutes after I called Sito. But it was still so shallow. We weren't sure what we should do. Should we go back, get towed all the way in and overnight there? Or should we try to get, guided out back into the Gulf and see if we can make some hay on this, really good sea conditions and keep heading south, because the weather is probably going to get a little nasty tomorrow. There's a forecast for rain, and it's probably going to be a little bit windier. The good thing is that we're going to have a following sea and a following wind, so that should make it a little bit more manageable. But we're totally enclosed in here, and rain doesn't really make a difference. We got windshield wipers, so who cares? So it's really just a matter of navigating these ridiculous inlets, which are harder and harder in this kind of flats area of Florida. Anyway, we're cruising along at 34 miles an hour. We got just less than a half a tank of gas. We got less than 40 miles to Crystal River. We talked to Lindsay at Twin Rivers Marina. We should be all set with a berth at the gas stop. We're expected to arrive at 5:06. They close at 5, but she said don't worry about it. And we're just kind of slaloming through some lobster pot buoys and cruising along. So, making the most out of a Swanee situation, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's about it for now. It's a beautiful day still. It is, I think, 3:45. So we're just pumping along. Check you in when we get into Twin Rivers. Talk to you later. Well, here we are. We made it. We are in Crystal River, and we made it from Carrabelle, Florida. It was an interesting ride, to say the least, but we made it. And so we're here at the world famous Twin Rivers Marina. It was Lindsay that we spoke to on the way in, and this was actually a nice this was a nice channel with water that was well marked and deep. A sight for sore eyes, to say the least, and nerves. But coming in here was an absolute pleasure. I had Allison at Sito. Give a shout out to Allison, who first sent me what seemed to be a fax output of different rocks that were dangers in the area. One of them was called lower unit removal rocks. or lose your unit rocks or something like that. And I said, Allison, look, I'm not looking for where the rocks are. I'm looking for where I'm supposed to be and go. Please help. So she was very kind, but by the time she offered to get a captain on the line, but by the time we got through, we had a couple of boats that passed us on the way into the entrance of the channel in the Gulf. And once we saw them go through and come in on the markers, it was easy. We idle speed all the way in. It was about, I don't know, 7-8 miles upriver. Everybody was like, oh, it's so long. It's actually beautiful. This is like the real bayou. You know what I'm talking about? See that over there? It's really beautiful country here. A lot of marshland, a lot of wildlife, beautiful sunsets. People don't mess around over here. You know what? It's a secret, and I think they want to keep it that way, and quite honestly, I don't blame them. So we're just happy to be at a floating dock, no less, which is nice. No power, but we're okay with that. We're right on the fuel dock. We're going to be gassing up in the morning. We'll be out of here first thing. And really what our goal is to try to get as far south as possible, taking into account the weather. It's supposed to change pretty quick. It's supposed to be rainy. The wind's supposed to be a little bit more pressure. But it's supposed to be coming out of the north, which is actually a good thing. It'll be on our ass the whole way. And we're going to try to press down to Tarpon Springs. And if we get there in a reasonable amount of time, we may actually be able to gas up quick and get back out and maybe do a twofer, because that's the longest run. I think it was 190 miles from Hernando Beach, which is south of Crystal River. The way I did this trip is I plotted out as we got further south, particularly this crossing of the Gulf, which was really like the arch. If you can consider this is the panhandle. Let's see. This is the panhandle, and this is the, as the state of Florida goes south, we cut that corner, right? That arch. And so we were in open ocean for the majority of today. And, if the weather wasn't going to comply, we had a short cut at Swanee, which we'll talk about that in more detail later in a abridged version of this video. Crystal River was halfway. So Swanee was 105 miles. Crystal River was 135 miles. And the ultimate goal was Henderson, and I can't remember the name, Hendosa Beach, which was like 155 miles. And when we started out of Carrabelle, it was blowing, and there was like 3 to 4s. I mean, it was not friendly. But I gotta tell you, the Pursuit handled it with aplomb. How's that for a SAT word? We were doing about 30 knots. We were burning more gas than we wanted to because, we were going into rollers, and it just wanted to keep slowing the boat time every time we kind of pushed the bow into it. So we had to run the RPMs a little bit higher to maintain plane. That increased our fuel consumption, which reduced our range. So we decided to cut it short to Swanee. Again, I will discuss that at a later date. In order to, reduce our distance given our higher fuel consumption and consequently shorter range. So, but we ended up having enough gas to get us all the way to Crystal River, and we came in basically on fumes. There's a picture I'll show you that we're basically on the last bar on the fuel tanks. Probably a little reserve in there too, so that's 26 gallons. There's 10 bars, there's 260 gallons, that's 26 gallons per bar. So figure that's about, 5 hours of runtime at optimum speed and fuel consumption. So, yeah, we're just humping it. Way down upon the Swanee River, we kept on going and found ourselves the Crystal River, a one with adequate water. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't know, tidy up a little bit, and you know, thanks to Twin Rivers Marina over here. Twin Rivers, right here, right there, Twin Rivers Marina, and Lindsay at the office. We really appreciate it, and it's a beautiful spot you have here, and who knows, maybe we'll be coming back sometime soon. Thanks for everything, and how's that for a little birds and sunset? There you go. Hi, birds. There we go. Nice. Nice. All right, talk to you in a little bit. So here we are, day 4. We are heading out of Crystal River. It's 9:30 in the morning, and little overcast, little drizzle here and there, but there's literally no wind, and what wind there is, it's coming out of the north, which is going to be on our ass, which is a good thing. And you know, there's something about being on the ocean, or in the Gulf in this case, in the rain. Sometimes the seas just like flatten out and lay down, and everything gets really kind of calm. So we're hoping for that, even though there might be a little bit more wind outside. But right now it's pretty light, and there's just a very light drizzle, so we should be okay. We filled up 270 gallons at the dock, which means that we have 300 in capacity, not 260 in capacity. So it's so funny, you never really know what the real stats of a boat are for some reason. It's strange. Could change from one model year to the next, whatever. But we got plenty of gas, and we're going down to Sarasota as our first stop. We're gonna gas up there, have lunch at Marina Jack's in Sarasota. My friend Rob Dinan's gonna join us there, so that'll be fun. Have a quick lunch, quick gas up, and then, you know, we're gonna blast it down to Sarasota, so hopefully we get there pretty quick, and then blast it down to Fort Meyers and be set up for a Sunday morning passage across the canal. So we had the girls at Twin Rivers take care of us. It was on the gas, shirts, gas, all those, you know, necessities. And so it was a very nice overnight, gassed up quick and got the hell out of there. I will tell you that this town is about fishing. And you know that because literally the dock was full of skiffs going out early in the morning. We were up at 7:30, but they were out well before that. Could hear the activity. So anyway, so that's the deal. We're cruising along the channel here. We got the autopilot on. I did all the waypoints, so hopefully we will be guided out, and it's a beautiful thing. So got the windshield wiper on, and it's really beautiful country here. As I said, got a nuclear power plant over there, if you can see it. Tom thought it was a schooner in the distance. It looked like that smokestack looked like a mast, and the cooling towers looked like 2 sails, but nope. That's the future of our energy industry. And I don't see any windmills or solar panels in this part of the woods. But anyway, that's the deal. And we'll check in a little bit later when we're approaching Sarasota. So until then, signing off. Just a quick update. We just slowed down to check on things. It's been a little rough. Not the nicest of conditions. but we're plowing through it, and kind of is what it is. Yeah. Here you go. So anyway, we're just kind of cruising on through and seeing how far we can make it down. And see, it feels like it's calming down a little bit. It's just kind of confused to see, kind of like me. But anyway, that's the deal. That's it for now. We'll check in later. Well, I think this is an epic moment. We just passed by a center console fishing boat called Top Notch, KNOTCH Fishing Charters. Top Notch. I think that's the name of the boat, Tom. What do you think?
I don't know, I think you can do better.
That's a good one, man. Top Notch. I think I'm going with it, buddy. Anyway, we're cruising along at about 38 miles an hour. Seas have really laid down. We got 37 miles to go to my friend Bobby Diamond. And in Sarasota, and so we're just cruising along, just appreciating the sea state and trying to get as much time in as we possibly can here. But running along, you know, a little rough here and there, but nothing she can't handle. But top notch. Let's try that on for size for a little bit. See how it sits with us. See how it suits us. All right, top notch, top notch. Okay. So we made it to Sarasota. We are in 17 feet of water after being in 3.9 feet of water. Can anybody please dredge your channel entrances, please, on the west coast of Florida? WTF. I'm putting a new designation on all nautical charts for every inlet on the Gulf Coast of Florida. WTF. Water the fuck. It ain't here. It ain't no water here. That's what I'm dealing with. Oh yeah, your channel says 20 feet deep. Not until you get past 3.5 feet. We like to put a nice apron out, a red carpet, if you will, for everyone coming into our harbor. Right? Just to make it a little bit more interesting. Anyway, we're at the tail end of a 140-mile run. It was rough on the departure from Crystal River. We got out of the rain and the storm, and then it flattened out nicely for a while. And then I think it was Clearwater entrance, yeah, I think Clearwater, like the north side of this, where it was just really rough. And I think it was a combination of a storm plus a deepest water we saw, 58 feet, which was like at the end of the channel of that entrance. So I think that was Clearwater, I'm not sure. But anyway, point is that it got really nasty. And here it goes again, getting nice and shallow. Here we go, 5.3, 5.5, 4.9, 5.4. My good friend Robbie Dinan told me that you gotta hug the coast. So I guess that's what we need to do more. And I see the green. And there goes the holy moly. Anywho. Tom, how we doing? Feeling good?
Great.
A little bit of a rough patch, but then we got in some really nice flat water and we were full throttle the whole way. So, you know, we're gonna meet Bobby D. Full love. Danger, Joel. Thanks. Be nice if that was on the chart. Be nice if that mark was on the chart.
Nice things out there.
Not as a green, but as a hazard. It's on the chart as a green. It's basically a shelf with water on it. Think about if you spilled some water on your kitchen counter. That's what's over there. Okay? We got 26 feet. We got 26 feet here. We got a Bounty Quicker Picker Upper spill right over there. And so, you know, this is what we're doing every day. Day 4. So game plan here is that we're gonna try to gas up and make this a quick stop, have some lunch, because, you know, we need fuel as much as the boat needs fuel. Say hi to Bobby D, and then try to get back out. We'll see. I know this is kind of a long inlet, but we'll see how it goes. So that's the spiel. So we will have some lunch. We'll do a quick video with Rob Dinan, and then we'll bid Sarasota adieu. Talk to you later. Okay, well, Sarasota. See you later. Insert picture with friend Rob Dinan here. And we all gassed up again and we're ready to roll. Our game plan is to not, I repeat, not come through the place we came in, big cut, or big pass. Because it seems that a lot of these places have just given up on dredging. And that's not really, you know, great. But we're dealing with it. And we are now going to go to the Venetian Pass, but it takes a couple of bridges. But we're going to be in the intercoastal, and we can go fast and stop for the slow down for the bridge, go, slow down for the bridge, go. We got 3 bridges, and then we cut out of Venetian Cut or Venetian Pass, and we shoot all the way down to Boca Grande, and then we cut in at Boca Grande, and we can take that on the intercoastal all the way down to Fort Meyers. Now it's going to get dark relatively soon, so we're going to have to get going here, but bottom line is that we are somewhat on track. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the game plan, and we're sticking to it. Tom?
I think it's a good plan.
It's got a nice Cuban sandwich there. I got, for the love of God, a double cheeseburger. It's absolutely ridiculous. Feels good to have somebody else make food for a change. But very nice and very necessary. And so that's about it. We said hi to Rob Dinan and his wife Renee. And we gassed up, had a nice chat at the dock, and we're on our way. So we'll give you a holler when we get back inside at Boca Grande, hopefully. Talk to you then. Cruising on the intercoastal, going south from Sarasota, doing 35. Black calm in here, obviously. Tom's going to go nod off to sleep, and we're just trying to make some hay until we get down to either Boca Chica or we might be going to Captiva, right? We're going to see how much sunlight we got and run her as fast as we can down the intercoastal on the inside, stay out of the messiness that was outside. I think it's probably calmed down outside, but we'll take it one step at a time. Alright, we'll be back to you soon. Alright, well, we're off again. That kind of sucked. So we came into Sarasota through an inlet called Big Pass, which should have been here. Instead, we had to go through 4 drawbridges and 1 swing bridge. Dolphin up there. And so that took forever. Got dolphins out here, folks. So that took forever. Basically, kayaks were going faster than us. But we ended up getting to Venice, Venetian Cut, and we exited there finally, and now it's perfectly glass, and we're going about 38 miles an hour, and yeah, we're heading to Boca Grande. So what sucks is that if we were able to hop back out of that channel inlet, we would have been back on this glass, and we would be even further south today than Boca Grande. We might even have made Fort Meyers, but that didn't happen. So we're pulling into Boca Grande. We're gonna stay at the Boca Grande Marina overnight. We'll gas up, and then we'll basically be able to take the intercoastal inside all the way to Fort Meyers, which I think should only be about 50 miles or so. And then we'll try to do some of the ditch across the state in the canal. So it's not ideal, but it is what it is, and we're dealing with it. Doing a little bit of lobster slalom over here. It's like the local national sport of the Gulf Coast, lobster slalom. So anyway, it's a beautiful night. Tom, how are we doing?
We're doing good.
And we're just, you know, making adjustments as we go. That's what it's all about. And it's a beautiful, beautiful night. And it's actually lucky we're going to be able to get into Boca Chica because tomorrow it's going to be like 15 to 25, they said, with a small craft advisory. So we'll already be on the inside. It's very open and open bays, so we'll be able to go full throttle. Everything south of Boca Grande on the intercoastal is full throttle. So we'll be able to do that, which is nice. And make up some time, hopefully. I gotta tell you, out right now, it's about like being in the intercoastal. It's like glass out here. It's really nice. Anyway, that's the report for now. We're gonna be pulling into Boca Grande right around sunset, I hope. We got 26 miles and
34 minutes.
we got 34 minutes to do 26 miles, so it's gonna be interesting. But that's how we roll. Alright, signing off now. Talk to you later. Alright, so it's 6:55 p.m. We just pulled into Boca Grande Inlet. And thank God. It was sunset at 6:34. We arrived at the outer channel markers at 6:41. And we just blasted all the way into the teeth of the wind. It was like driving on corduroy. The waves are so stacked coming in. They were small, but they were like cardboard, like corrugated cardboard. Anyway, thank God the marks were lit. And we are approaching red number 2 on our way to Boca Grande Marina, where we are going to commandeer their gas stock and claim it for our own, and deal with it in the morning. And that's all there is to it. So, would not advise this, but it is what it is. We had to get down, otherwise we'd be stuck in Venice, and that was too far. So here we are. Got 8 feet of water. Got a mark on my right. Thank God I can still see because there's a mark on my right. And it's about time to start heading in. We'll check in when we get to the dock. All right, so we're here. We're at Gasparilla something or other. We're gonna find out in a second. We came in here at night. Man, it's this way, Tom. We got some big boats in this place. Gasparilla Marina. What is this? I don't even know what it is. Where we are. We got this guy jamming out to a little Allman Brothers. Oh, this is Boca Grande Marina. So this is where we wanted to go.
Yeah, that's why I was giving you high praise.
Are you fucking kidding me? We made it where we were going. Oh my God, Tom, are you serious right now? This whole time I thought we were at a different marina. That's how frazzled it was getting in here. At night, little to no water again. Yet, there's yachts with masts about 50 feet off the water that are like 200 feet. I don't know how I found the shallow water, but all I know is that outboards are awesome. You tilt them right out of the water, and we just kind of floated over, just this way, straight ahead. And it was not so bad. So it's a little windy outside. How you doing, folks? It's a little windy out there, a little rough. You see the boats are even inside are rocking around. And we're gonna have some dinner here at the marina restaurant, and we'll check in after a nice dinner. Thank you. So here we are at the Boca Grande Marina, and how we found this place at night is literally a miracle. But we did it, and I'll tell you what, this boat right here is the reason why. Absolutely awesome. No complaints, no nothing. She's a good girl. She got us home safe. So of course, we're gonna get about 20-mile-an-hour winds tonight. Of course, it's gonna come around 4 o'clock in the morning. So we got that going for us. And I would have rather it be nose into the wind, but what are you gonna do? Beggars can't be choosers. And we're gonna dive it out. We got plenty of lines out. We got plenty of fenders out. We're gonna be okay. And we got shore power, which is great. Yeah, we're all fended. We're all defended. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines holding her fast. So that's it for tonight. Time for some sleepy time tea. I don't know if I'm even gonna need it, but yeah. Thank you, Boca Grande Marina, and our waitress Casey, I believe. The food was excellent. I had the key lime mango pie, which was delightful. And we'll check in with you first thing in the morning. All right. Talk to you then. Hey everybody, so we're here at Fort Meyers Yacht Basin, fueling up. It took us about an hour to get here from Boca Grande. On the inside, cruising full throttle. Did about 40 miles in an hour, doing 40 miles an hour. So not bad, we'll take that. And it's about 10:15 or so, 10:20. And we're gonna continue now to the cut and see how far we can make it through the canal. Mike here at the dock. All right. Thank you, Mike. I think that's it. We'll just keep it there. That's fine. Just filling up on water, filling up on fuel. Hold on a second. That was Tamara and Ruth at Fort Meyers Yacht Basin. And we're good to go. Top notch, looking good. Top notch, top notch. And yeah, we're gonna get the heck out of here. Okay? Here she is, in all of her glory. Top and all. All right, we're off. Gas eats best. The size of this power plant. All right, we are approaching our first lock. Not sure what the name of this lock is, but it's a lock. And first time for everything, so here we go. Closing the doors behind us as we are in the first of many locks. We are locked in at Franklin Lock. Here you can see the doors closing behind us. Soon we shall see the front doors. Actually, you can see them right now. You can see the water kind of spilling out of them. They're opening up. We're going up. Lines are getting slack. You see that? And the water is coming up. See that water coming through? They open them ever so slowly so it doesn't flood in. It's a lot of water. I hope you can see that. So, yeah, just cruising along. Actually, not so bad. I like having water. That's good. Deep water. There you go. You can see the water rushing in. There's the locks. I'm going to take a video of it zoomed up. Well, continuing on. Full throttle. 20 feet of water. Going through the canal. Pretty amazing. United States. You pull up to a bridge. You call up. They open the bridge. No questions asked. No greasing. No nothing. Just have a nice day. It's unbelievable. We've been through drawbridges. We have to open a bunch because of the tower. Go right up. We've been on swing bridges. Everybody's been unbelievably friendly and prompt and courteous. Really something else. So we're just trying to make some hay here, cruising along. Beautiful day. Tom's doing good. He's eating all the chocolate chip cookies, but I won't tell anybody. And the baby Ruth. And for the love of God, if this guy doesn't get his licorice sometime soon, there's going to be a serious issue. There's going to be a problem. Blood will be spilled. God damn, I almost sold him a Gates drive shaft belt as a licorice stick. And he didn't believe me. So anyway, flywheel, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Compressor pump belt. Sorry, it's been a while since I've worked in the store, you know what I mean? But anyway, life is good, cruising along, 37 miles an hour, 38, just plugging away. We'll be back. Black Gold Texas tea pouring out. Look how high that water is. That's about 6 feet above us, it looks like. That's about as far as my zoom goes, but give you an idea what's going on. This is the canal, and this is the lock right here. I'm waiting here for a little while, but they must have just closed it ahead of us. Got a couple of guys trolling, it's all good. It's so deep here, it's like 36 feet. Well, That's how a lock works, everyone. So that upstairs says LaBelle, which is the bridge we just passed, is 9 miles. The last lock we did was 28 miles. Fort Meyers is 41 miles. And the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway, 61 miles. So we got a good ways to go. All right, so here we are, Rivers Marina. And this is my man Bob over here, the owner of Rivers Marina, straight from Boston. And who are our friends on the dock here? I forget your names. Philadelphia. Okay.
Terry and Roland.
Terry and Roland from Philly. We met on the canal and we just happened to reunited and it feels so good. And we're about to just go to the store and get a little something to eat. Yeah, there's a little convenience store.
Last time we were here, it was closed. The
Oh, there you
first
see.
convenience store last time we were here was a Sunday. It was 11 miles. We needed no convenience.
It's a good walk. There's nothing convenient about that convenience store. You too. Nice to meet you.
Don't go too far and stay out too long. Make sure that's there.
I hope so.
Me too.
Are you going to watch it for me?
No.
Are you going to take
If you
it?
guys don't, well, if you don't come back, I mean, I'll make sure it goes to a good home.
This is Bob from Boston.
Yeah, get me on video
Yeah.
so you know. We get a fingerprint.
Oh, wait, where's the lock? This shot cord's the security alarm? Oh, God, here we go.
All right.
I thought this was a high-class operation, Bob. Not really.
Yeah, you said under the bridge. The convenience store.
Keep an eye on it.
We're just having some fun. There she is. There she is. It's a nice little trawler. And we're gonna go for a little walkie. Look at this cute little place. Cute little pool. You can go for a swim in the pool. It's awesome. All right, and away we go. It's a beautiful day in Moorhaven. The birds are chirping and flying. And okay, thank you. And we're about to pull away. We are disconnecting shore power. It's a beautiful morning, but problem is out in the lake it ain't so nice. It's blowing about 15, 20 knots. And it's not really that conducive, so we're gonna wait for it to tamp down a little bit. We're gonna wait for it to tamp down a little bit, middle of the day, and then head over. And then we're gonna probably end up in Stuart today, and that's about it. More to report shortly. It's just a beautiful sunrise, and I wanted to say hello. All right. Talk to you later. Here we are at Moorhaven Lock. It's a beautiful morning. This is a pretty serious lock. They got a gate issue, so we're going in on one side.
Oh, wait a minute. Which side is the gate initial?
The one that's closed to our left.
So I'm all hung up on the wrong side here.
No, you're fine.
Oh, we're going to go inside. Never mind.
Yeah. Yep, we're good. So as you can see, the port gate is stuck open. So the clearance is only 25 feet. So we got to get in between here and there. And it's kind of tight, but it's all good. And see you shortly once we get secured. Another morning, another lock. Moorhaven Lock. This one opened right away. And we're just sitting here waiting. But on through to Roland and Marianne's. See you shortly. on you and go starboard. So they push you off the wall you're trying to get into. And then you hold on to the ropes for dear life trying to hold yourself to the wall. It ain't gonna happen without the line on the cleat. Well, the line's too short because we're at dead low. And actually, wait a second, we go down in this lock, not up. So don't let your cleats rip out of the hull. So, you know, it was just a lot of like, hey, we've done this all before. Oh, wait a second, no we haven't. Right, Tom? Complete opposite. So, yeah, so up is down, left is right. Locks are good. Red and green, I'm still trying to figure out that one. That's the mystery of the century. But, you know, we'll figure that one out too. They keep changing on us. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, that's the deal. We're just cruising through the canal now. On our way to Stuart, getting the light rain. It's all good.
So the only thing you gotta kind of be wary of in here is floating the bridge.
Hey everybody, so here we are on what I believe will be christened My Irina.
Well, top notch. We don't know yet.
Or Top Notch, not sure yet, but we like both. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. We just left Stuart, cruising down the intercoastal, nice leisurely cruise. We got the remote auto helm, so we're just cruising along. It's very easy and relaxing and not stressful. And we're just cruising along, and we'll get there in like 5 hours or so. And then we'll dock in Palm Harbor Marina, which is really nice. And they're saying that everything's totally booked this weekend because the boat show is coming up next weekend. So there's literally no slips available, which has been a little crazy. But we got lucky. We were on the waiting list, and they called them this morning, and they had dockage. So we're all set there, and we're just looking forward to a nice, relaxing, romantic overnight. Nice little cruise.
Yeah.
All right, babe?
Show me around.
My Irina. entrance of Fort Lauderdale. Got planes flying, sailboats sailing, people on the beach, my wife smiling, tankers tanking. We're just coming right up, and it's been a long, long ride, but we made it. Beautiful day. It's about 3, maybe a little bit more than 3. Boat handles it totally awesome. And we're about to come into the harbor. So I just want to thank everybody that helped out along the way, including my first mate and right-hand man, Tom D'Antonio. I couldn't have done it without you, buddy, and I really appreciate everything that you taught me on the trip and just being a steady hand in some of the hairy situations that we got in. I want you to know I really appreciate it. And I want to thank my wife for letting me go on this ridiculous journey. And I want to thank everybody at every marina that helped us, and Cito, and that one occasion, and you know, all the marinas, and everybody was so accommodating. Give a shout out to Bob at Fish House Marina, great guy. Bob at Fish House Marina. I think it's in Middle Haven, right on one of the locks coming through. So anyway, great time, great trip, great fun. Made some new friends along the way. And so here we are in Fort Lauderdale, and it's a sight for sore eyes, I gotta tell you. Home sweet home. I'll tell you what, this is by far the best port in Florida. Deepest channel, widest channel, most well-marked channel, deepest port area. Just the best all the way around. Majority of people know what the hell they're doing on a boat. It's a beautiful thing. All right, now we're gonna try to dock this bad boy, see how that goes.
Это лучше?
Johnny, what do you think of the boat?
Это лучше лодка, чем предыдущая?
You like it?
Это твоя теперь, понимаешь?
Johnny, you like it?
Johnny, whose boat is this? Whose boat is this?
Bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger. You got that right.
Молодец.
It's Johnny's boat.
Is it better?
No, 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 no.
Нельзя делать.
We're gonna go on the boat. You ready?
Сейчас вот так пойдем.
Come on, hold Daddy's hand. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go on the boat.
You have to hold Daddy's hand.
All right.
Daddy, give me the phone.
I got it. Come on. Going down the gangway. Wow. Oh. You ready?
Wait, it's too far for me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a garbage can. Just opened up. It's okay. What do you think, Johnny? You want to go see your room? Yeah, you got your own room. Oh, yeah, yes, you got a step. Step down. Good boy. Slowly, careful. Hold, 1, 2, 3. Hold the hand, hold the side. Yep, very good. Very good, Johnny. Okay, jump. Good boy. Wow, look at this, huh?
Look at this.
Got a microwave. Look, this is your room over here. This is Johnny's room. Johnny room. Johnny, come here. Look, this is your room where you can play. Go ahead, get in there.
Это твоя комната.
You gonna press buttons? You pressing
There's
buttons?
so much electricity, like.
What do you mean there's so much electricity?
You know, my dad was like, touch after the boat, he touched the handle of the door, it just like snapped, and he said,
Well, here she is. We made it. Almost 1,000 miles of the trip. And the only crazy thing that happened is that the light bar, there was a light bar on the top here. There was a light bar, that's the key. Word. Let's see if the wire, you can see the wire. You can barely see the wire. See a little wire sticking out. So that light bar, which was like the light bar on a truck, on the roof of a truck, basically, it banged off between West Palm Beach and here, which is just crazy. And it was hanging, it broke off the mounts, was hanging by the wire, banged around on the console up the top a little bit, chipped some of the gel coat. It's really not that big of a deal, but smashed off the bow thruster switch. And then it just must have broken free from the wire and completely disappeared into the ocean. So got that going for us. But aside from that, the shore power isn't working, but I think that's on my end, not on the boat's end. It's got power, but I don't know if it's got enough volts. So we'll dig into that situation. But there we have it. Safe and sound. Nicely docked, nicely fended. I think we'll be okay. And yeah, so that's it. So it's either my Irina or top notch. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. What a trip.